carried a big water bottle, he wore glasses, he was bald, and he had a face that said, "Don't mess with me." And no, he was not Walter White, okay? So while part of us wanted to believe that we were safe now, we knew that Mr. Lopez had something coming for us. We tried to lay low the rest of the week, just hoping that everyone would forget about the situation. But then Friday came, and just when we thought that we might be out of the woods, Jake gets called to the office. And at this point, our brains are doing gymnastics trying to figure out what this means. Is this where we finally meet our demise? About 15 minutes go by where the rest of us are just panicking, thinking about what they're talking about in that office. Then finally, Jake returns. We swarm him like paparazzi. What happened? Are we cooked? Jake just blinks and then goes, "Guys, I think we're okay." Now this dude's delivery was way too vague for the pressure we were under, so we made him sit down and explain everything that just happened in that office. Jake goes, "Okay, so I walked in and Mr. Lopez is just sitting there." Doesn't say much at first. He just goes, "You're one of the guys from the group chat thing, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Then he flips through the same folder that Mrs. Daniels had on us, as if it was a crime scene investigation. Okay, but what did he say? He read through the folder, sighed real loud, and then he went, "Okay, you're free to go. But just so you know, we're going to be calling you back in the office very soon, so just be aware of it. By the way, what is your friend Eli like?" Jake told the principal that Eli was a good kid that could just be crazy at sometimes. And after giving his explanation, Mr. Lopez shrugged a little bit and then told him he could go. What did this all mean? We had no idea. But we thought it was really strange that out of everyone, Jake was the only person to get called into the office. But then sure enough, over the next few days, we all got called in. And each time, Mr. Lopez gave a different version of the same speech. Basically just interrogating us, asking us what Eli was like, and asking us about what usually went on inside that group chat. When it was finally my turn to go in, I was prepared. I had a whole speech ready. I went in there and said, "I understand the gravity of the situation. I've reflected deeply on my actions, and I want you to know that I'm changed now." Lopez just cuts me off after about 5 seconds and goes, "Tyler."
Alright, so that single dusty pink square, that's totally gotta be a kitty, since we know every color has exactly one cat hiding somewhere. Now here's what we do. Cross out the entire row and column where that dusty pink cat is sitting, because there's only room for one cat per row and column. And don't forget the no neighbors rule. Cats hate being too close to each other, so we'll X out all the squares around our dusty pink buddy too. Check it out, now there's only one yellow square left standing. Bingo, that's our yellow kitty right there. Same deal with the yellow cat. Eliminate its whole row and column, and just like magic, the remaining colors' hiding spots will become super obvious. Just keep doing this rinse and repeat process, and you'll track down every single cat without breaking a sweat. Pretty slick, right?
Please stop. Oh, okay. After the whole week went by, we all got called into the office, except for one person, the culprit himself, Eli. He was the last one. And honestly, no one knew how that would go, because technically, he did send the message. Even if it was a joke, it wasn't like Mrs. Daniels left a post-it note saying, "Be nice to Eli." We knew that our fate probably lied in his hands. And knowing him, that's a scary thing to think about. So the next day, we're in second period when Eli gets called to the office. He pulls out the facial expression of that one meme of the dog where he just accepts his fate. And he gathers his stuff and goes to the office. 30 minutes go by. 40. Bell rings. Still no sign of him. Then at lunch, he walks back into the cafeteria. And we all freeze. This is the moment of truth. Did he get suspended? Did Lopez finally snap? Was Eli getting sent to juvie? Eli walks over to us, slams his lunch tray down, and says, "Starting next Monday, I got 1 week of in-school suspension." Because if he gave Eli his punishment right then and there, that meant that if we were getting any punishment, he would have done it to us when we got called into the office. So the case must have been closed. No one was getting expelled. Only Eli got in trouble, which, hey, he can take it. We finally thought it was over. But sadly, that was not the reality. Because about 3 weeks later, literally out of nowhere, all 5 of us get pulled out of class and told to go into the office. Our souls leave our bodies. I stand up at my desk, just thinking, if you're gonna arrest me, just get it over with already. Once we get to the office, who's there waiting for us? Principal Daniels. And she's got that dang folder in her hands. It was like she came back from taking care of her kid just to punish us. Where'd she even come from? Don't she got a baby to be feeding right now? We thought after she gave birth, we would never have to see her again. But there she was. No more baby bump, which, Miss Daniels, you were looking pretty good, I can't even lie. Okay, but that's not the point. Because after we all see her, then she starts talking. You boys know that before I had my child, I was deciding on what